You don't hate them, but you don't understand how they're progressing so fast. You know that student, the one who aces every exam, never seems stressed, and somehow has time for everything. While you're pulling all-nighters and barely keeping up, they're thriving, and you can't help but wonder, what am I missing? I used to be that struggling student, studying for hours but getting nowhere, exhausted but not productive. Then I got access to a top student's actual daily routine, not the fake study with me version, the real one. So I decided to try an experiment. For 30 days, I followed their exact routine. No shortcuts, no modifications. I wanted to see if their system actually worked or if they were just naturally gifted. Here's the thing. It wasn't what I expected. Some parts were harder than I thought, but some parts, game-changing. And in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what I learned, what worked, and what you can actually use without turning your life upside down. Stick around till the end because I'll share the one habit that made the biggest difference, and it's not what you think. Here's why most students struggle while top students seem to glide through. It's not intelligence, it's not luck, it's systems. Think of your daily routine like the operating system on your phone. Most students are running outdated software filled with bugs, crashes, and energy drains. Top students, they've optimized their system. Every action has a purpose. Nothing is wasted. And here's the cost of not fixing this. You'll keep working hard but seeing minimal results. You'll spend hours studying but forgetting everything by exam time. You'll feel busy but never productive. And worst of all, you'll start believing you're just not cut out for this. But here's what no one tells you. Top students aren't doing anything magical. They've just figured out what works and eliminated what doesn't. That's why I followed a top student's routine for 30 days, to separate the hype from what actually moves the needle. In this video, I'm going to share the 3 biggest changes I made following a top student's routine. Not the unrealistic wake up at 4 a.m. and meditate for 2 hours stuff, the practical habits that actually transformed my results. These are the things that separated their routine from everyone else's. And the best part? You can start applying them today without overhauling your entire life. Stick with me because at the end, I'll reveal the one mindset shift that made everything else possible. Change 1. The morning reset. Most students wake up and immediately check their phones. Social media, messages, emails. They let everyone else's priorities flood their brain before they've even thought about their own day. By the time they sit down to study, their mind is already scattered. They're reacting to life instead of directing it, and they wonder why they feel behind before the day even starts. Your first hour is like setting the direction for a GPS. If you program the wrong destination, you'll spend the whole day course correcting. The top student I shadowed treated their morning like sacred time. No distractions, no inputs, just clarity. Psychologists call this intentional activation. You're telling your brain what mode to operate in for the day. Here's what worked. Wake up and don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. Instead, do 3 things. 1. Drink water immediately. 2. Do 5 minutes of light movement or stretching. And 3. Write down your top priority for the day. That's it. The golden rule is this. Win the morning, win the day. You're not preparing to be productive. You're becoming productive from minute 1. I used to grab my phone the second my alarm went off. 30 minutes would disappear into scrolling. When I switched to this routine, the difference was immediate. I felt in control. My brain was clear. And by 9 a.m., I'd already made more progress than I used to make by noon. Same amount of time, completely different energy. When you protect your morning, you stop starting every day from behind. You create momentum early, and that momentum carries you through the hard parts later. Change 2. Time blocking with breaks built in. Most students try to study for as long as possible. They think more hours equals better results, so they sit at their desk for 4, 5, 6 hours straight. But here's what actually happens. After 90 minutes, their focus crashes. They start zoning out, rereading the same paragraph 5 times. By the end, they've spent 6 hours studying, but retained maybe 2 hours of actual information. Your brain is like a battery. It drains with use and needs recharging. Top students don't study longer, they study smarter. They work in focused bursts, then rest intentionally. Studies show concentration peaks around 60 to 90 minutes, then drops sharply. Ignoring that is like trying to sprint at marathon. You'll burn out before the finish line. Here's the system. Study in 90-minute blocks. Set a timer. Focus completely. No phone, no distractions, no multitasking. When the timer goes off, take a real 15-minute break. Walk outside, stretch, close your eyes. Don't scroll social media or watch videos. That's not rest. The golden rule: focused work, real rest, repeat. You're training your brain to associate study time with deep focus, not distraction. I used to study for hours and feel exhausted with nothing to show for it. When I switched to 90-minute blocks with real breaks, everything changed. I finished my work faster, I remembered more, and I wasn't mentally destroyed by the end of the day. Same material, half the time, way better results. When you respect your brain's natural rhythm, you stop fighting yourself. You produce more in less time and actually have energy left for life outside studying. Change 3. The evening shutdown routine. Most students don't have a clear end to their day. They study until they can't anymore, then collapse into bed, or they scroll social media for hours trying to decompress. There's no boundary between work mode and rest mode, so their brain never fully shuts down. They lie in bed thinking about everything they didn't finish. Sleep suffers, energy the next day suffers, and the cycle repeats. Think of your mind like a computer. If you don't shut it down properly, programs keep running in the background. You'll feel tired but wired. Your sleep quality drops, and you wake up exhausted even after 8 hours. Top students have a shutdown ritual. It signals to their brain that the day is over and it's safe to rest. Here's what I learned. 1 hour before bed, close all work. No studying, no assignments, no thinking about tomorrow. Do 10 minutes of a brain dump. Write down everything still on your mind. Tasks for tomorrow, worries, random thoughts. Get it out of your head and onto paper. Then do something calming. Read, stretch, shower. The golden rule: close the day intentionally, sleep deeply, wake up ready. You're creating a clear boundary between productivity and rest. I used to work until midnight, then wonder why I couldn't fall asleep. My mind would race with everything I didn't finish. When I started the shutdown routine, my sleep improved immediately. I'd fall asleep faster, wake up more rested, and start the next day with energy instead of dread. Same sleep hours, completely different quality. When you shut down properly, you stop carrying yesterday's stress into today. You sleep better, recover faster, and show up sharper the next morning. Now, here's the part most people skip. Following a top student's routine isn't about copying them exactly. It's about understanding the principles and adapting them to your life. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. if that doesn't work for you. You don't need to study for 12 hours a day. What matters is this: intentionality. Top students don't wing it. They design their days around what actually works, and then they protect those systems. So don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Try one change this week. See how it feels. Adjust if needed. Build from there. Remember, success isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, and that starts with better systems. So, let's recap quickly. 3 changes from a top student's routine. Protect your morning, study in focused blocks with real breaks, and shut down your day properly. These aren't complicated, but they work, and they'll work for you too if you actually try them. So here's my challenge. Pick one change from this video. Just one. Which one will you commit to this week? The morning reset, time blocking, the evening shutdown? Comment below and let me know which one you're choosing. I read every comment, and I genuinely want to hear which one you're choosing. If this video showed you a better way to structure your day, hit that like button and subscribe, because I break down what actually works for students every single week. No fluff, just results. Share this with a friend who's grinding but not getting anywhere. They need to see this. Remember, top students aren't born, they're built through better systems, and you can build yours starting today.